So I appreciate the substantial interest in my post about the Akira Montague alienation of affection case where she's going after Brenay Kennard. I've had a chance to read through the complaint and the amended complaint and the answer. Just for those of you who don't deal with legal stuff every day, a complaint is essentially just the lawsuit, the answer's response to the lawsuit. And there are a lot of salacious allegations in there. You don't need me to tell you, you all are much more up on the facts about it than I am. But essentially, what happened, or what is alleged to have happened, is Akira was married to Timothy Montague, and supposedly, allegedly, Brenay Kennard had an extramarital affair, allegedly, with Timothy Montague. Interesting, the name Montague is one of the, as if you recall from your Shakespeare, one of the families in Romeo and Juliet, the Montagues and the Capulets. So it's an interesting Capulets. So it's an interesting deal there. But there are a lot of allegations of marital infidelity, videos that were posted on various social media outlets, all of which are extremely damaging. I haven't watched them to Brenay. It would appear it would be proof of what happened. The two things that are alleged are pretty standard, which is criminal conversation, which is essentially a euphemism for infidelity, and alienation of affection. And an alienation of affection is essentially infidelity, but that doesn't necessarily have to be sexual intercourse, but basically that the marriage was ruined. It was a happy marriage, and it was ruined as a result of the infidelity. Now, there are various elements. I've done some screenshots or taken some pictures of some elements and some pleading books that I will post later on. But this case has a lot of salacious details. I have all the pleadings. What I can do is put together all of the court documents and, since they're public record, make them into a PDF, and either make the PDF cost like $1 or whatever you want to pay. And then that way you'll have access to all the court documents, which may not be as relevant going forward, since it's a trial. It's in the hand, will be in the hands of the jury at some point, possibly today. But there's just a lot of stuff in there. One of the things that I thought was really interesting was that when there were allegations about that Brenay wanted to be called Mrs. Montague at some point, apparently, allegedly, Timothy Montague and Brenay had a previous romantic relationship. Brenay is married to Timothy's first cousin, supposedly. So it's definitely a family uh, fiasco, I guess you could say. But they admit that, yes, those videos were made. Yes, she said those things, but that it was referring to a previous relationship, which I thought was somewhat problematic. You'd want to say predated the marriage and all of that stuff, but it's almost like a bad admission there. And I can show you, I took pictures of it, but it's potentially problematic. But anyways, there's a whole lot that's going on. There's a whole lot to this case, a lot of filings back and forth, and I can talk more about it later. But that's just sort of, it looks bad for Brenay. You see subpoenas flying back and forth to various cell phone providers, payment type stuff, and all of those they're complying with it. So there's going to be a lot of electronic data that's going to be, in my opinion, it sounds like it's going to be extremely damaging for Brenay. So we'll just have to see what happens.